It's early evening, right?
It is,
Yeah. So you're telling me you guys are flip-floppers, so explain it to me again.
So flip-floppers, you usually start in Harpers Ferry, West Virginia, and then hike north to Katahdin, and then you come back to Harpers Ferry, and then hike south and finish at Spring.
Okay, so you've been on the trail about 100 miles now, I think, right?
Since we left Harpers Ferry, yeah.
That's what I meant, yeah.
1,166 before that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any inches you want to add to that? Because everything counts, right?
Exactly.
So you're a father-daughter team.
We are.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So where's home when you're not on the trail?
We grew up in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And near Hot Springs, in fact.
I know Hot Springs.
Yeah, and my daughter, though, is living in West Virginia.
Yeah.
Okay.
I live near Harpers Ferry, which is one of the reasons why we chose to do a flip-flop, because it was a little more convenient.
So what's your trail name?
I'm Shivers.
Shivers. Is that not Xavier Rudd, is it, song?
No,
Shiver?
it's not.
Yeah.
It's just because I got really cold one time.
Okay.
And
All right.
so it was given to me.
There's always a story.
Exactly.
How about you?
I'm Shivers' dad.
Shivers' dad. Okay. Well, that's second fiddle, isn't it?
For sure.
Yeah. All right. And how about you?
I'm retired.
You're retired?
Yeah, and I actually quit my job to do
Okay.
this.
That's a very common theme. That's number one,
Yeah.
I like to say.
It's a little scary, but
So the big one, though, 2,100 miles is a long way. So what's motivating you guys?
I think
There's
once you
a lot to
start,
it, yeah.
you just really don't want to stop, especially when you've made it this far. I
Yeah.
mean, it's tough to think about coming this far and getting off the trail.
Yep.
So it's just, and I think you really have to take it day by day. Just think about the miles that you have to do that particular day. And otherwise, if you think about it in one whole stretch,
Yeah.
you're just going to get overwhelmed.
Yeah, you are.
So.
I can imagine that.
Yeah.
And Shivers' dad, what do you got for me?
I'm really inspired by my daughter. I really introduced her to hiking, just day hikes. I never really imagined trying to do the whole Appalachian Trail. And last year she sent me a letter in December saying, Dad, I'd like to hike the Appalachian Trail. You want to go with me? And so here I am, following my daughter's footsteps.
There you go. Well, you made it this far. I hope you can finish it out.
Thank you.
Mind if I ask you your age?
I'm 63.
Good.
Right,
I won't hold you guys any longer. Godspeed in your travels.
Thank
and
you
be
so
safe.
much.
Maybe I should wipe the sweat from
Nah, it looks real. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How's it going, man?
It's all right.
You were just telling me you're southbound from Katahdin. When did you start up there?
Started on June 16th.
All right.
So as of a couple of days ago, I've been out for 3 months.
Okay. Has it been, when you left, was there any snowpack you had to deal with up there? Or?
No.
Okay.
Didn't have any of that.
June 16th. How's everything been going for you since?
It's been going good. We've had good weather coming south.
Yeah.
A little bit of rain in Maine, but that's Maine.
Yeah.
Other than that, we've been extraordinarily fortunate,
Yeah.
I would say.
Other than the initial, getting your trail legs, have you had any issues, feet or shins or anything like that?
I got sick about a week ago. I got a stomach something or other. I don't know what it was.
You don't think it was Giardia, do you? How long did it last?
But it was about 3 or 4 days.
Okay. Did you push through it, or did you have to get off trail?
It was kind of a combination of the two. I didn't know I was sick when I set out from Harpers Ferry, which is where I got sick, I guess. But so as I got worse and worse, I was doing less and less miles. And then I took a day off on trail, which turned into 2 days off on trail. And then after that, I was able
Started feeling better. Okay. All right. I suppose I guess you should get your trail name before I forget.
My trail name is Gandalf.
And how'd you get it? There's always a story, as I'm fond of saying.
That's all.
Okay, that's it, huh?
I've evolved since then. I got the hat, and I have a pipe.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well then, daggone, if it wasn't so hot, I'd have you put it on. Where do you call home when you're not on trail?
We live in upstate New York,
Okay.
St. Lawrence County, right on the Canadian
All right.
border.
You got somebody behind you?
No.
You said we,
No,
or just,
it's
yeah.
my family. And
Yeah, okay.
I.
Yeah.
No, I'm out here alone.
So when do you hope that you'll target Springer?
Sometime before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Get home and get some good food.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Well,
haven't mathed it out yet, but I'd have to be dragging my heels not to make it by then,
Yeah.
I think.
so one of the questions I like to ask, and I do the same genre every time.
Mhm.
Why do you want to hike
The-
2,100 miles or whatever it is this year? Why? What's motivating you? What's the factor there? It's got to be more than just going out for a walk. Or
Yeah,
maybe not.
Yeah. It started off, honestly, as just sheer boredom. I was kind of going stir crazy up in New York, and I needed to do something that was more than just what I was doing.
Yeah.
And since I've come on the trail, more reasons, personal reasons, stuff you think through, have come up that have motivated me to continue.
All right.
And I don't want to get too into
Yeah.
that,
How do
but
you get this much time to take off for 5 months or so?
but my job was not, it wasn't like a career or anything.
So
It was,
that's the number one top. I quit my job. So I guess you go into that classification, or
yeah, kinda.
okay, yeah. Well, that's I've heard that. Heard one in May for the first time. I've never heard. Well, you get divorced. Now, that was the first time. All right. So how you feeling? You think you're going to be able to close the distance and get down there, or
Yeah, I do.
the Virginia Blues? Right? You're in them probably. I mean, if it haven't kicked in, it's a long part of it. It's almost a quarter, right?
Yeah, it's over 500 miles
Yeah.
in Virginia.
Yeah, it's a quarter of it.
I've only done, I don't know how far it is from Harpers Ferry to here.
It's about 100 miles.
Okay, so I've done not quite
Yeah.
a quarter of the quarter.
All right, man. I won't hold you any longer. I keep you idling here, and you want to sit down for a while. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Godspeed in your travels, man.
Appreciate it.
How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. Katahdin, Southbounder, huh?
The Springer.
When'd you start?
June 7th.
Okay. How's everything going so far?
Pretty good. I've only had like one injury, but that's about it.
Shins or?
I cut my shins a little bit. and
Okay.
I fell running to tree
All right.
line
Uh-oh.
in a thunderstorm.
Yeah. Otherwise, everything's going good, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
So here you are. You're about 50-something miles into Virginia.
Yep, I think so.
Yeah, well, a little over, actually.
Yeah.
I'm doing 50, and we already did the 50 up to Harpers Ferry, so
Okay,
you're a
okay,
little
yeah,
over
yeah.
100 miles in. So you're heading into the Virginia Blues, as they say.
Yeah, apparently.
How's everything going upstairs, man? I know downstairs the feet are good, but
I mean, so far it's good. I mean, I'm just kind of thinking that, because like state lines are just pretty much imaginary too.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of thinking like, oh, like enjoying the Shenandoahs and then looking for other checkpoints in Virginia. So I don't know, just trying to
you got
enjoy
some
it
nice
right now.
stuff coming up when you get a little further south.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I
now,
heard.
the iconic.
Yeah.
So when you're not out hiking, where do you call home?
Long Island. New
Okay,
York.
yeah, my wife's from Islip,
Okay, yeah.
Long Island, yeah.
Nice.
So the big question I always
Yeah.
like to ask is, why do you want to hike 2,100 something miles? I mean, what's driving you, man?
I just graduated from college.
Okay.
Didn't really know what to do, and I was kind of like, my friend and I both decided. I mean, we were sitting in the parking lot of an REI buying like rock climbing gear, and I was like, I think I want to hike the Appalachian Trail, and he's like, oh, me too. And that was in December, so
Okay.
I bought stuff later that week.
Yeah.
Then we both ended up doing it. I kind of just like doing spontaneous things like that, even though this isn't really that much of a spontaneous thing,
Yeah.
and it consumes 6 months of your life.
So you rock climb a little bit?
Yeah, sometimes just kind of started.
Much
Yeah.
backpacking experience up to this point?
No, never before.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100 miles is the first thing I've done.
Yeah, there you go.
And then my friend who I started with quit after the 100 mile.
Okay, well, okay, you're still trucking.
Yep.
So what's your target for Springer, do you think?
Like mid-November.
Yeah,
probably.
trying to get home before Thanksgiving,
Yeah, I
right?
think
Yeah,
so.
I hear that
That's
a
what
lot this time of
everyone's
year.
saying, Yep.
Okay, trail name.
Backflip.
Okay, how'd you get that?
I always do like parkour and free running, if you know what that is. It's kind of like gymnastics outside. So it's like, if you ever see those like YouTube videos of people doing like flips off
Yeah, so
buildings
you're into
and
that,
off
huh?
trees and stuff, like
Oh.
that's what I always Can't really do too much right now because my knees and feet are always tired.
Yeah.
And always hurt. But
Probably wouldn't be a good idea. It might wreck your rest of your trip,
yeah,
huh?
yeah. Every time I do it, it's getting worse and worse. But when I'm done, I'm gonna get back into it some more. So yeah, I would just do a lot of flips and
Okay.
eventually did some backflips. And everyone's like, "You should be backflip."
All right, man. I thank you for your time.
Yeah,
I know
thank
you're
you.
trucking. I want to
Yeah,
keep you
no,
warmed
don't
up
worry
here.
about it.
Godspeed in your travels.
Yeah, thank you.
Good afternoon, man.
What's up?
No, we were just chatting. So you're Katahdin Southbounder, man, targeting Springer Mountain, huh?
That's right.
When'd you leave Baxter,
We
out Katahdin?
we summited on the 20th of June.
Okay, and took off hiking. And how's everything going so far after you worked out the initial? You had to bite the 100-mile wilderness right away, didn't you?
Yeah.
Pretty quickly.
Yep.
You do okay? Any issues? Any shin splints or other than blisters and stuff like that?
I strained my knee the second day.
Oh.
We did 19 miles,
Yeah.
and I've been using a walking stick.
Okay, did you have to go off trail at all for it?
No,
Okay.
we got Giardia in Vermont,
Yeah.
and we took 4 days off. But other than that, it's been good. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're over the halfway mark by far now, about 100 miles maybe,
Yep.
or a little less. So how you feeling though this far in? Though good?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. What's your trail name before I forget?
Trail name's Thor.
Thor, Thor.
Yes, sir.
Okay, how'd you get it? There's always a story.
This one, I've been going by Thor for 10 years. So
Okay,
just
it carries on. All right, that's fair. Yeah.
self-named, so that I didn't get a stupid one from
Yeah.
someone else.
Well, if you've been hiking for 10 years, then that's fair. So
Yeah.
the big question I like to ask too is why do you want to hike 2,100 miles, man? What's driving you? There's something to it. I mean, it's a long ways.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I love backpacking.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So you're just carrying on and getting up every day, one foot after the other, and doing it.
Yep.
So when do you think you'll hit Katahdin if everything goes well?
Springer.
Excuse me, Springer. I'm going,
It's
wrong
okay.
direction.
All good. Hopefully by about November 11th.
All right. Everybody's trying to get home before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's right.
That sounds good.
After parties in Savannah.
Did I ask you where you're from when you're not out here?
I'm from Chicago.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, man, thanks a lot for your time. Godspeed in your travels and be careful.
Yeah, you're right.
You were just telling me you started in Katahdin and you're targeting Springer Mountain.
Yep, that's the plan.
When did you leave Katahdin?
June 16th.
Okay. How'd everything go so far once you crushed through the 100-mile wilderness and all that and got over that pain?
I think I've been lucky with the weather. It doesn't seem to have rained that much
Nice.
this summer.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's some storm that has my name on it that's coming for me.
Yeah. So this is Virginia, as you know. You're more than halfway, probably about 100 miles over the halfway point.
Yep.
Virginia Blues, are you ready for them?
Well, I haven't been to Virginia before, so everything I'm seeing is new and exciting,
Okay.
and I haven't
Yeah.
gotten any blues yet.
What is it, about 1/4 of the trail almost is in Virginia.
That's true,
500
yeah.
something miles.
I'm not really counting states, though. I'm more counting miles, so it
Yeah.
doesn't matter to me that Virginia is so long.
There you go.
It's just the miles.
Where's home when you're not out here?
I'm from Massachusetts,
Okay.
eastern part, the flat part.
Did you duck in home for a little trail magic at home or anything?
I haven't, I haven't been home in, gosh, like 4 months.
Okay. So how do you get this much time to come out here and hike? That's one of the big questions I ask.
I just graduated college in May, and
Sweet.
I don't have a job lined up, so I have all
All
the
right.
time in the world to figure
And
that out.
the other big one, did I get your trail name?
Yep.
I just did, yeah. And the other big one, of course, is why do you want to hike 2,100 some odd miles? What's driving you, man?
Yeah, that's a difficult question.
Yeah.
I think I kind of grew up in the outdoors. My dad's
You
an
Southbound?
arborist, and
Can I get an interview before you go? Yeah.
as I was saying,
Hey,
I kind of grew up in the outdoors. My dad's an arborist, and he'd always take me out on hikes.
so you've got some background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Come
hiked a lot
prepared.
in like
Okay.
Vermont and Massachusetts. A trail over there.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I won't hold you any longer. I know you guys are trying to get somewhere before it gets dark.
Yep.
That's speeding your travels. Thank you. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
We were just chatting. You guys are Katahdin Southbounders targeting Springer Mountain.
Yes, we are.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
And you were telling me you just buddied up for the last 800 miles just to have some company?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Could be very lonely.
Yeah.
without-
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have a blast together. We enjoy it a lot.
All right. Well, let me ask you some questions then. Like, what's your trail name?
My name is Rare,
Rare?
and my dog's name is Luna.
Oh, hey, Luna. So how'd you get the trail name? There's always a story.
Oh, I am very odd and unusual, and you'll have to hike with me to figure that one out.
Okay. Where do you call home when you're not out here?
Buffalo, New York.
Buffalo, New York, yeah. And here's the big one I always like to ask. Why do you want to hike
I needed.
2,100 miles? There's something to it. I mean,
I really needed a long walk.
that's it?
Yep, that's it.
You're not running from the law or,
Not
nothing
running
like
from
that?
the law.
How
I
about,
haven't been planning it for years. Nothing like that.
Okay.
It hasn't been my dream. I just needed to take a walk.
okay, have you backpacked before a little bit or was
Yes,
it
I
cold
have.
turkey? Now you've done it. Okay, so you knew what you were getting into.
Mhm.
So has everything gone well since the initial shock of the 100-mile wilderness and the start? I mean,
Yes. Oh, yeah.
do you have any issues
Um.
physically? I mean,
Physically, no, not really. I did get a small case of trench foot.
oh, yeah.
But that was because of the Gore-Tex boots and it raining for 12 days.
Yeah, they don't dry
I
out
got
as
new
quick as you'd
shoes
like.
And they've been,
Yeah,
the
so you got some
trail
new dogs
runners
on.
are the way to
Yeah.
go because they dry out quickly and they don't give you trench foot.
Okay,
Also, the good socks. Good socks mean a lot. Your feet are your tires.
there you go. All right, how about you, fellow? What's your trail name?
Yeah, my trail name is Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins?
And I would say it fits me perfectly because I'm also a little bit a crazy person. I got the name up at Katahdin. When we came down, it started hailing, and everybody was like, "Oh, it hailed. What have you done? And how did you protect yourself?" And I had my umbrella, no
Oh,
problem
okay.
at all.
Mary Poppins, okay.
Mary Poppins, yeah. And I'm from Switzerland, so
Okay.
yeah, I really feel honored that I can hike the AT. It got stuck for about 6 years in my head. I never thought that I really gonna do it, and
Mm-hmm.
now I'm here.
Good, and you're well over halfway by now, too, so.
Oh yeah, 1,240 miles
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
Now, both of you are entering the Virginia, or you've been in Virginia for 100 miles, but the Virginia Blues, have you heard that term?
Blue Ridge.
Well,
we-
the
no, we-
Blues, just
Oh.
psychologically, because
mentally.
a quarter of the trail here is here.
I love Virginia.
Yeah.
For sure. The leaves are changing, so it's just one of the most amazing experiences to be out here and see that. This fall is very vibrant, and we're
Yeah.
very lucky.
And this is a nice spread here. We're on a
Yeah.
section hike for 4 days, and it's no rain forecasted.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Mary Poppins, it's been in your head for years. I know in Europe mostly there's not these long trails like we have here in the United States. So what kind of hiking had you done?
I've been hiking in Finland. There are some trails for about 100 miles or a little bit less, and there I've been hiking. And yeah, I've been day hiking since a child with my family, with my mother. Yeah.
All right.
And-
So
Swiss Alps.
Swiss Alps, yeah. So how's the trail compare here? Is it harder than what you thought it would be? Just reading about it and then finally getting on trail.
In Switzerland, we have better maintained trails, not like really the feral ones which try to kill you.
Yeah.
No, and up Katahdin, I mean, we had the hardest approach trail, and in Switzerland, I think they would have made you wear some ropes, some climbing gear. And yeah, not here. Maine
Okay.
is just like, yeah, come on, go up
Yeah.
there, see the white place, yeah.
Now we have a lot of wilderness areas where there's no improvements can be made by
Yeah.
man. They keep it that way on purpose.
Definitely.
So when you guys think again, what's your target for
For
Springer?
a few days before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We want to be able to eat a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I've only caught about 4 or 5 others.
Yeah, that's usually the goal.
This is slim pickings in the fall with the Southbounders.
A lot of
I mean,
people
that-
are dropping out too.
Yeah, and then I go out in early spring and catch a lot of the, people going north. Well, I won't keep you guys any longer. I know you got places to go and, Virginia, the Concord, and beyond. It's recording again. I don't know here. So you were telling me about the flip-flop.
Yeah, flip-flop. Started in Harpers Ferry, went up to Maine, and now going from Harpers Ferry to Georgia.
Okay. So did you have any problems initially other than the normal stuff, getting the legs and through the blisters?
Beyond the legs, no real problem. I mean, just soreness and kind of
crazy. Okay, so when you're not on the trail, where do you call home?
right around the Washington, D.C. area in Maryland.
Okay. Yeah. How do you get this much time to walk 2,100 miles?
I just graduated college.
Yeah.
Back in May,
that's
so
a good one.
I left for the trail about a week after I graduated.
That's a pretty common theme, too.
Yeah, exactly.
And
a lot of people do.
So that explains how you get this much time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Nothing but time. At
Do
this
it
point.
now.
No commitments.
Yeah. So we were talking reaching spring, or you're targeting what, before Thanksgiving? That's what I've been
before
hearing.
Thanksgiving. I really want to be home for the Thanksgiving
Yeah.
meal and see a bunch of family out there.
Okay.
Scare a lot of people with my beard. Definitely.
Yeah, that will be.
Yeah.
So seriously though, I mean, what motivates you? Why do you want to hike 2,100 miles? There's something behind it. I mean,
something crazy in my mind.
I've heard it all.
It's a childhood goal. It's one of those things. So like for the past 10 years, when I was like, or I guess 12 years, I don't even know how long. I lost track of time on the trail. But when I was like 10 or 11, I like met my first thru hiker, and it's one of those things that I wanted to do ever since that point.
That's good.
And now's the point, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I want to wish you luck, man. One
Thank you,
step at
sir.
a time. And if you
One
see the
step at a
video, leave me a note on it. Tell me if you made it and all that stuff.
Most definitely.
So Godspeed in your travels, man. Be careful.
Thank you, sir.
Morning, man.
Morning.
How you doing?
Well,
Yeah, you were charging down the hill, and I got in your way and stopped you for an interview.
that's all
So you're
right.
telling me you're a flip-flopper? Can you explain it to me again?
I am, yeah. I left Springer Mountain in Georgia on April 16th, hiked north for 2 months to the James River in Virginia. I had a cousin get married up north, so I came off for the wedding, and then afterwards I got dropped off at Katahdin, which I summited June 26th, and I've been hiking south ever since.
Okay, so you got to go how much farther now, roughly?
About 165 miles back to the James River.
Yeah, I think you got it in the bag unless something tragic happens.
It's always up
Yeah.
in the air, but I'm feeling good about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your trail name before I forget?
Oblio.
How'd you get it?
It's a long story, the short of which it relates to the AT symbol being an arrow,
Oh,
and a song called "Me and My Arrow" and related movie, the protagonist of which is someone named Oblio.
okay. Do you have any idea how to spell that? Because I like to tag the video with the trail names.
Oblio, as in oblique. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's the connectedness.
Yeah.
So doing it the way you've done it, I mean, when you got started, did you have any problems other than just the common stuff, getting the legs in shape and blisters?
It was very wet. It was a particularly wet spring, and so that was the main issue. But other than that, I've been blessedly free of injury. I've had a couple, got stuck in Gatlinburg for 3 days because they closed the road back up, and a couple of close calls with snow in the Smokies. But by and large, it's been a pretty strenuous but blessed trip.
Yeah, that's nice. So here's the other question. I always ask the same genre of questions, so to speak. How do you get this much time?
I'm an accountant, and I've been working for about 5 years, since licensure, and I did 4 of that in public, 1 in private, and, have enough of a resume that I could take a break, just quit
Yeah,
my job, find
nice.
a replacement, and then
Yeah.
come back into the field
There you go.
later in a different way,
Yeah.
I'll be fine. Yeah.
So where do you say you call home when you're not out here?
I've been in Vermont the last 5 years.
Okay.
Right now, home is in boxes in Sterling, Virginia, at the folks' house, and
Mhm.
we'll see where life takes us after this.
Yeah, well, that's great you're doing it now.
Yeah.
And then the big question, the final one, is why do you want to hike 2,100 some odd miles? What's driving you, man? There's a motivation there.
I needed some time to think about some things, and and just because I thought I could get away with it, basically, to see if I could do it, because I thought I could get away with it, and to kind of reframe life and reevaluate. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks, man. Godspeed in your travels. Be safe.
Yeah, you're welcome. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you. Good afternoon.
How's it going?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Doing well.
So you were telling me you're targeting Springer.
Yep, I'm doing a flip-flop. I started in Harpers Ferry in May and been hiking north to Katahdin, and then I'm hiking south now to Georgia.
Okay,
from Harpers
so
Ferry.
yeah, you're a couple 100 miles south of Harpers now, right? Not 100, but about 100 maybe.
Maybe about so.
All right, and what's your trail name?
The Chick-fil-A Rooster.
How'd you get it?
I carry this little guy here, and I used to work for Chick-fil-A, and I had their shirts, so I figured out they were a bit too heavy.
Yeah. Okay. Where do you call home when you're not out here?
I'm from the Middle Peninsula, Middlesex, Virginia.
Oh, okay. So you're going to take a 0 day or so near home, or is it too far away?
I already spent a week at home, so this is my
Okay.
get back on the trail.
All right. So 2 other questions. How do you get this much time to hike this?
I just got out of college. I got my associate's degree in engineering and had this little break ready to go for it.
Okay. That's good. And the final question is, why do you want to hike 2,100 miles? What's driving you, man? There's something to it.
I've always wanted to hike the trail. I've grown up around it. I've hiked with my grandfather a lot when he was alive, and it's kind of like doing it for him almost.
All right. Well, good. Won't keep you any longer. Godspeed. Be
Thank
safe
you.
in your travels. How about you?
Oh, I'm not doing the whole trail. I'm just out with my dad for 10 days.
All right. That was your dad that came
That
by?
was my dad, yeah. We're
Okay,
just
well.
out for-
You looked the part.
Oh, thanks.
All right.
Hardly. I won't keep
See you
doing
later.
anything.
Thanks.
So say, just
What? What was that?
what do you want us to say? Or are you just gonna?
Well, I don't know. The camera's been up and rolling anyway, so that's a good start. All right. So flip-flop or?
Yeah,
Yep.
we're flip-flopping.
Okay. Give me the rundown on what you guys did.
May 22nd, so we started from Harpers Ferry, we went north, and we ended on Mount Katahdin on September 1st.
Okay.
And we went home for a week, got stuck there a few extra days for the hurricane, and then we got back on the trail this past Sunday, which was the 17th of September, and now we're going south to
All
Georgia.
right. And you're targeting spring or when? Let me guess. Right before Thanksgiving,
We're
right?
shooting for Thanksgiving, but with the hurricane, we don't know. If
Yeah.
it'll
Yeah,
be
we'll
a
see.
little bit before.
So-
Somewhere around there.
Speaking of going off trail for home, where's home?
Tampa, Florida.
Okay. And you?
Same.
Tampa? Okay.
Born
You guys a unit, or do you just buddy up on the trail, or?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, we've been together for 3 years.
All right.
And, started section hiking 2 years ago, and got interested in through hiking last year when we were hiking the Smokies, and
Good,
we
great.
decided to through hike this year.
Yep. So, two final big questions. How do you get this much time?
Well, 25, and I served just to save as much money as possible, and you can quit that kind of easy. So.
What do you mean? You were in the military, or?
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Serving tables.
Oh,
waiting
okay.
Tables, yeah.
Misinterpreted that.
Yeah.
And why do you want to hike 2,100 some odd miles? What's up? There's got to be
Trail
something that
is
motivates you.
So beautiful, and I love taking pictures and just capturing as much of it as I can, and doing it together is really awesome.
Okay. Let me
yeah,
see now. I'm an
so-
old guy. I forget. Did I get your trail name already?
My name is Mumble.
Okay. How'd you get it?
I used to mumble at the back of our group 2 years ago, and kind of got awkward feet, so yeah, just
Okay.
stuck with the name.
All right. How about you, fella? Where are you from?
Tampa, Florida.
Okay. And
Buffalo?
what was it? How do you get this much time?
Same. I work in the restaurant industry as well. I'm just a cook.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
don't really have anything to
I've
do.
I've interviewed a number of cooks. It works out great.
Yeah.
Get some time off and go back and
Yeah, just worked my butt off for 8 months and come out here to get pelted by acorns.
yeah. So what's behind it? What's driving you, man? There's a reason. Usually there's something. It's hard to articulate, but it's there.
I really wanted to see the trail like everything else it had to offer after our section hikes, and I mean, I don't know, just something about the outdoors
Okay.
called my name, and
There you go.
yeah.
Nothing more. All right. Godspeed, guys, in your travels, and be safe.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, Buffalo and Mumble. Thank
Okay.
you. Nice to meet you.
Yep.